magistrate for Sundargarh district, and we have here a few set of projects that are taken up uh, in the last few months. And one of the major projects for us as well as for the people is what we call as Matrujyoti program. The whole idea of running this program, I'll divide it into two parts. One is the demand part of it, where people's requirements and expectations were collected. The second is the actual standards or the medical conditions or the milestones that we have to achieve. So initially, when we had before this program, when we were trying, even in the COVID times, actually, we see a lot of pregnant mothers coming to the hospitals at a very last stage of their delivery, and there will be huge complications, and we never know what would be the end result. We are seeing IMRs and IMMRs when mothers used to have some death fatalities, not because of medical complications, but because of administrative or logistic issues, like they were unable to reach in time, ambulance was not available, or they would not have known the complexity little in advance, which could have been really addressed or taken care by medicines at an earlier point of time. So many parents and many political representatives have come to us asking us, ki, can we get more ambulances or can we get more hospitals at our area? So with that requirement, when we actually worked out, we realized it's actually a project of, it's actually a problem statement which can have a solution, where we need to remove the bottlenecks in all these administrative issues. We could actually improve upon the delivery cases, and we can reduce the IMR actually and the MMR actually. So when we actually got the feedback from the people, we designed the program in such a way that all the mothers, when they register, they have to mandatorily register in the first trimester itself, and they will be immediately after the first trimester, they will be having mandatorily 4 times visit to the nearest government or private medical care center, especially mother centers, where they would be having mandatory ultrasound checkup and other tests, whether it is urine test or blood test or other tests, mandatorily. So what we did was, we were able to take the problem statement. At the end of the day, the final result is to reduce IMR and MMR. But we took the problem statement within the district, what is actually hampering us. We talked to the CDPOs, we talked to the child protection officers, we talked to the Anganwadi workers, we talked to the ASHAs, what is the bottleneck. Then we designed this program. I'll just explain 3-4 points regarding the program. What we are doing is, we are putting entire program free for the mothers. So there is no financial cost burden for the mothers or the family. We are providing vehicles free of cost for their transport from their home to the nearest medical center, which will be nearest medical center where the diagnostics will happen. So always Asha and Anganwadi used to say, sir, we were unable to bring them even if we know the issue, because there was no vehicle or we don't have money, we used to pay from my pocket. All of these points were resolved. Then we were also giving them incentive for the mothers, because what used to happen is, they don't miss their daily wages, they don't miss their work. And even if
Yes,
we
sir.
ask them to come to the hospital, yeah, sorry, even if we ask them to come to the hospital, they would always have this fear that they will lose their income. So we have added some incentive aspect to the mothers to actually miss their daily wages or other labor work and come for the screening. The next issue was, government machinery ultrasounds are not sufficient for covering entire area of the district. Our district is a huge district. It is second largest in the state. So what we decided is, we will also take private clinics, private radiography and gynecologists into the program. And now we are sending mothers as per the tagging we do. So every clinic is tagged to a certain area, and every Asha and Anganwadi and the mothers and the political representatives know that my area is tagged to this particular private or government clinic, and mothers have to go there. there is a schedule made. The schedule is given to the all the people, the entire population, and all the stakeholders. They know, okay, Tuesday morning 9 to 11 is the schedule for my village. I have to arrange for a vehicle beforehand. All the mothers used to go, and we were able to provide them all prenatal diagnostic tests as well as ultrasound. So we have got excellent feedback from the mothers. Mothers started saying, we never, I mean, mothers who had having their second child, they used to say, for my first child, we never had even a single ultrasound. It's just by God's grace we had that. And now I am understanding how important it is. We got excellent feedback. People are saying, I used to spend a lot of money for only going to the doctor, just the transportation cost. Now they were able to reduce their health costs, which itself is one of the best aspects, because health cost is the only singular aspect which can actually bring a family from above poverty line to immediately below poverty line. We have seen in COVID scenarios also. So this was able to actually answer a lot of issues, both financial issues and the medical issues, and we were able to make an ecosystem out of this. So far, we have assessed, as per our data, we have assessed, we have around 25,000 to 30,000 pregnant mothers in the district at a particular point of time, depending on their various stages in their pregnancy, from first month to the probably 10th month. So accordingly, all the 30,000 mothers we have scheduled. So far, we were able to cover 55% of the mothers. So every month I am getting the data, November data, December data. So the data that I am producing is from November. It has actually increased now, Jan, Feb, March. So in the last 7 months, I was able to, in the last 6 months, maybe I was able to cover 80% of the mothers. And in the month of January, I had zero maternal deaths, actually zero. So even if it is for a 1 month period, this program was actually able to deliver results because we were able to check the issues very, very early. So we were also like, when the mothers come early, we can identify whether everything is fine. And if everything is not fine, we are counting them as high risk mothers. The senior doctors and the doctors, even other referral doctors at tertiary centers, will be immediately intimated, and the same ecosystem will continue to ensure this high risk mother is taken to the nearest tertiary care, and she is followed up with the medical data, and whatever necessary medical advice needs to be taken up, they are taking. In fact, we have saved 3 mothers. I personally remember, because I was following some high risk cases where there was inevitable to remove the fetus from the mother. Otherwise, it was harmful for the mother. The mother would have died. We convinced them, we showed them their test results. The doctors, we had multiple consultations with 3 doctors. Everyone gave the same confirmation. Then we actually were able to remove the fetus, which was not growing. And we actually were able to save possibly save the life of a mother. So we were able to understand in depth the requirements of the mother and the child in this scenario. We were able to understand the problems in the ecosystem, and we were able to successfully address them. I mean, that is what we were able to very confidently say. We were able to actually address cases like low amniotic fluid, cases like child in breech position, low hemoglobin, sickle patients. All these are to for technically or medically reasonably less complex issues, but they were only identified at the last minute when the bleeding happens, when the mother is having shivering or she cannot move. Then we immediately rush to the hospital. We had less time to actually respond to them. Now we don't have all those issues. So mothers were extremely happy. We were getting good, excellent feedback from the mothers. These are some of the photos where we were able to do the testing. So various aspects. The idea of showing this slide is to show the holistic approach towards healthcare. We understand the problem, and we understand how we are having gaps at the various levels, and we were able to technically resolve them one by one. For example, we were able to provide mobile medical vans to all the remote corners, essentially health system on wheels, the primary healthcare on wheels, where the mobile medical van with basic 76 items as prescribed by National Health Mission, Government of India. All the basic diagnostics are available with basic urine tests and blood tests, where preliminary information was able to be collected, including the pregnant mothers. These vehicles will be scheduled as per the timelines given by the respective sarpanchas and political representatives of the particular area, depending on their holidays and their local festivals. Once the van goes, all the people in the concerned area come to that with their respective medical issues along with Asha and Anganwadi. All the pregnant mothers were separated and sent to the ultrasound and diagnostics, and the rest non-pregnant mothers and other medical issues were taken care at the local level. But we were able to refer them at the right time for all this. I mean, the same logic of not wasting the time has been applicable to all this, because we were able to go to the door, the last milestone of the person's door, where we were able to understand what is his medical condition. So this is essentially what we were able to do. So this is the list of aspects that we were able to do in healthcare so far, as which includes Matrujyoti, and we were also able to complement it, because that is not only sufficient. So we have a mother, we know her case is very, we know her case total entire history. Now, just 15 days before the expected date of delivery, we bring them to what we call as Magruho. So we have established 20 Magruhos at various areas, where people from remote areas, which we have already diagnosed and already in our database, come and stay 15 days before their expected delivery in our Magruho. We will ensure their entire delivery process is taken care. We have the delivery done. And after the delivery, we will again keep them for 7 days to ensure there is no harm to the mother, because we have seen mothers bleeding and dying 2 days after the delivery, because they immediately go back and do manual labor. So we wanted to stop that issue. So we were able to understand the entire cycle of the problem. The ambulances were made, medical equipment for all the diagnostics were given, doctors and paramedical staff were taken for running all this. We have established Mark Gruhas at various remote locations. CT scan was provided. Attendants, I mean, those people who come for Mark Gruhas, those people who come for tertiary medical services, we are providing them dormitories. The most important thing under Matrujyoti is supply of mother and baby kit. You see, even if I have a 5-year-old son, I know what kind of care I am taking to my son when it comes to, even from the case of diapers, to the kind of creams that I use, to the kind of oils, to the kind of medicine or the food that he eats. Everything that I provide, I felt, why should not everybody get this thing? So we made actually a baby kit, where we were able to provide an entire set of items, some 18 items, which we have very carefully selected in person, individually, one by one, understood these are the items which we would have actually given to our own kids. We added them all in the baby kit. Similarly, for the mother kit, if we have a mother who is expecting in our family, what all care we take them, we have identified all those aspects. We have included them in a mother kit. I think each mother kit costs around 2800 rupees, and baby kit costs around, I think, 1900 rupees. So we were able to provide those many mother kits to all the mothers. So far we were able to cover under the program, and all the baby kits to the kids who are currently born after the program has started. And we are also covering the rest of the babies going beyond the program also. We are upgrading the hospitals, we are giving financial support. So we were able to do all this. And in this current COVID phase 2, we now have zero patients currently in the last 20 days. I mean, our wave has started on March 28th or something. In the last 22 days, we were able to have zero mothers who were COVID positive, because they were already taken care, already isolated, and already running a separate ecosystem, nothing to do with COVID. And they have been, they have been counseled for better hygiene. They have been counseled to take care of themselves and the child. And it is a very satisfying figure, because last time I had to run in COVID 1, I had to run for finding gynecologists and having a separate isolation ward for pregnant mothers with COVID. This time I didn't even had in the last 20 days a single case where I need to do that. So I can see very good response for my own district, where the feedback is both tangible and also the feedback from the mothers is very encouraging. So this is all about Matrujyoti scheme that I wanted to mention. We also have few other projects that I would like to mention, because we are taking age group wise programs. So 0 to 6 age group is the mother, is the baby, and obviously we are counting mother and baby in that aspect. So expecting mothers and 0 to 6 age groups is one. Then we have skill development for the age group of 18 to 35, where we were doing two types of skill development. One is Sudaksha, where we are providing, it's not new, but it is new for this area. We are providing pre-recruitment coaching for all the army